Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Higurashi When They Cry. Last episode we confronted Mion. We learned a lot more about this Sonozaki family and just how everything came to be, and now we're going with Mion. We're just walking with her right now, but things are gonna go bad. All that being said, let's get right into it. I almost clicked save. Whoops. Okay. Put on my shoes, tapping my toes against the floor a few times, then left, and Mion timidly came over. Why is she turning all red at a time like this?
腕組んでもいいかな
Can I hold your arm? Such a modest request.
別に構わないぞ。
I don't mind. With my permission, her face lit up with glee, like a child being given a toy, and took my arm.
私に腕を組まれたらなんだか緊張しちゃわない
You get kind of nervous with your arm through mine?
例えば急に関節技を決められちゃうんじゃないかななんて思ったりとか
You're not thinking, for example, that I'd suddenly put you in a world-class joint lock or anything?
姉妹揃って同じことを言うんだな。
You two say the same things.
思わないよ。
I don't think that.
全然。
At all. Back when nothing had gone wrong yet. During those nostalgic days of the bustling commotion at Angel Mort. I counted back and was amazed. It had only been a week ago. 1 week ago. Wow, only 1 week ago. I had been arm in arm with Shion then too. Linking up with Mion like this really reminded me that they were twins. How much strength they put into it, the sensation of their arms, their warmth, and the blood flowing. I could feel that their living sensations were all exactly the same.
シオンもケイちゃんのことが好きだったみたい
I think Shion likes you, Kei-chan.
そうなんだ。
I see. Huh. This were a regular conversation. I might have jumped back, red in the face. Right now, though, no matter what I heard, my mind remained at peace.
ミオンとシオンは仲は良かったんだろ
Mion and Shion, you got along well, didn't you?
さあ
Well,
どうかな
I wonder.
ケイちゃんは自分の右手と左手は仲がいいと思う
Kei-chan, do you think your right hand and your left hand get along? That's a weird question.
え
Huh?
右手と左手
My right hand and my left hand.
それは仲がいいとか悪いとか、
I don't think you
そういう言い
describe
方で
them
例えるものじゃないな。
as getting along or not.
そういう関係だから
That's how our relationship is.
仲がいいとか悪いとかそういう尺度では測れない関係
Can't measure it by the scale of how well we get along. That didn't sound like it meant they got along really well.
例えば
For
利き
example,
腕というものがあるように右手と左手には間違いなく優劣の違いがあ
so
る
there will always be a better hand.
もしも鍋つかみが片方しかなかったら
If you only had
迷
one
うことなく
oven
利
mitt,
き腕にするでしょ
you'd put it on your dominant hand without thinking, right?
そういう差はあったんじゃないかと思う
I think maybe it was like that for us. Huh? I'm still lost. Whatever.
だからといって左手がなくなったっていいなんて思う人は
That
誰もい
doesn't
ないは
mean,
ず
though, that anyone would be okay with losing their left hand.
そんなよくわからない関係だね
It's that kind of unexplainable relationship.
多分、それは近くにいすぎるから見えなくなっているだけで、
I think that maybe you live too close together and just stop being able to see it, but
きっととても仲のいいことなんだと
I
思う。
think that means you get along really well.
俺は一人っ子だから、祭りの前日、
I'm an only child, so the day before the festival,
ミオンとシオンが二人してじゃれ合っているのを
I was really
すご
jealous
く
of
羨ましい
when
と
you
思っ
and
た。
Shion were messing around with each other. Huh.
ないものねだりじゃないの
I think you're jealous of something that doesn't exist. Okay, chair. You're supposed to... God dang. You're definitely gonna hear that, but it just wouldn't move. I think you're jealous of something that doesn't exist.
双子なんて昔は人をからかったりしてそこそこに面白かったけど
Yes, we twins used to have a lot of fun playing tricks on people. Oh,
こう
okay.
して互いがはっきりと異なる個性を持った今では
But
か
now
え
that
って
we
邪魔なだけ
But now that we have such distinctly different personalities, it just gets in the way. Were they cursed, or were they self-conscious? Their relationship was hard to understand for an outsider. Maybe that wasn't an issue someone like me should intrude on. Just staying silent and nodding gently was the best way to advance the conversation. Mion passed through the wide yard and invited me into the big, desolate forest we'd seen on the way in. Why are we going down there? That big forest was part of their property, so I couldn't help but feel small.
でかい森だな。
Huge.
子供の頃はいい遊び場だったんじゃないのか？
You must have had a great time playing in it as kids, huh? No? Mion seemed to be silently reminiscing. I couldn't look into her mind. She was probably thinking back to those fun days when they played as sister without any antagonism. Every time the wind blew, it caressed the treetops and the leaves, making a swishing, murmuring sound. Mion remained silent for a long time, thinking back on her younger sister, whom she had gotten rid of with her own hands. There was no need for me to get a word in. Just walking like this, arm in arm, was enough. Mion suddenly stopped and turned.
シオンは
Shion is
まだ生きてる。
still alive. Huh?
本当か？
Really? Mion took a hard look into my eyes, then nodded quietly. Why? Yeah.
誰よりもむごたらしい死に方をさせてやろうとずっと考えて閉じ込めておいた
I've
けど
been thinking to give her the most horrible death of all, so I had her locked up. Wow.
今日までその方法はとうとう思いつかなかった。
I never did think of a good way to do it, though. Okay. I feel like this is leading us into a trap. Mion sounded as though she hated Shion, but also, deep down, she didn't completely detest her. So I took my other hand and rustled Mion's hair with it. Mion didn't only save me. She saved Shion, too. It may have become a demon and led many people to their deaths, including Rika and Sadako. Hello. But she fought against it, was able to save 2 people. Yeah, or maybe, like, just not... Man. Are we just forgetting that Rika and Sadako happened? Like, still killed 2 of your friends. I'm assuming he doesn't forget, but it's just... Oh my god. As I petted Mion, she narrowed her eyes in an entranced smile. Okay, entranced? And untangled her arm from mine. Then, Mion quietly said,
来て、
Come with me.
私の罪のすべてを見てほしい
You
から。
see all of my sins.
でもそれはケイちゃんにとってこの上なく辛い光景
So,
かもしれない。
Kei-chan, it might be the worst thing you've ever seen. Could sense it. There I would probably find all the sacrifices up until now. Looking at them would mean accepting Rika-chan and Sadako's death. Oh god. As well as accepting that my best friend had done it.
すでに起こり終わってしまった事実だけれども、
It's already happened, it's in the past, even though it was 2 days ago.
ケイちゃんは見ないことを選んでもいい。
You can choose not to look, Kei-chan.
そうならばここで待っていて。
If you don't want to, then wait here.
私の手で全て終わらせるか
personally
ら。
end everything. I was taken aback by how ominous that sounded. I will end everything. I remember what Rena had told me. Yuma might not surrender herself to justice, but choose to put an end to things herself. I couldn't leave her on her own. Yeah, you can't. Besides, I agreed to her last request, didn't I? Even if it was hard for me to accept, I'll still do it. Even if I avoided looking, it was something that had already happened.
何を見たって？
Doesn't matter what I see.
うん。
Yes?
俺にとっての園崎美音は最高の親友だ。
Mion Sonozaki is the best friend I could ever have.
それは変わらない。
That won't change.
一生。
It never will. The treetops slowly swayed in the wind.
あんたもレナも
You and Rena both.
どうしてこんな時ばかりかっこよくなるんだろうね。
Why do you only get really cool at times like this? Normally I'd say something rude right back at her, evading the question, but today I didn't. I just answered with a smile. At last, Mion started walking. Into the thick forest, and into the deepest part. After following a thin path that looked like an animal trail for a while, I finally came across a step incline with a tunnel that reminded me of a coal mine or bomb shelter. Definitely a bomb shelter. We were surrounded by a shallow hill. It had been created in a spot not visible from the outside. There were many silhouettes of crows in the trees here and there. The abnormal odor I'd been smelling for a while was doubtlessly escaping from inside this place.
引き返すなら今だよ。
Don't turn back, now's your chance.
ケイちゃんの中の園崎美音がどんな人かは知らないけれど、
I don't know what kind of person Mion Sonozaki is to you.
中に入れば
So you go inside, that Mion
その美音
will
はきっ
probably...
と
Aw, man.
変わらない。
She won't change.
何度だって言う。
Say as many times as I need to.
園崎美音は俺の最高の親友だ。
Mion Sonozaki is the best friend I could ever have. I clenched my fists. Inside there was probably a sight beyond anything I could imagine. If I let my guard down, I might end up vomiting. Even so, I'll endure it. I'll overcome this pain and this suffering. Will never change that Mion is my greatest friend.
私はただの鬼だから、もう人間の気持ちはわからないけれど、
I'm nothing more than a demon, so I don't understand human feelings anymore.
ミオンがあんたを好きになったの、
Feeling though
よくわかる気がする。
that I know why Mion fell in love with you.
他人事のように言うな。
Don't say that like it's not related to you.
お前はミオンだ。
You're Mion.
鬼じゃない。
You're not a demon.
血の通った人間で俺の仲間なんだ。
You're human, with human blood, and you're my friend. Mion made a gesture like she was wiping tears from her eyes, then placed a hand on the big door on the tunnel entrance. The lock on it was dauntingly strong looking. Uh-oh. Seemed to demand the appropriate resolution from from whoever would enter, just like the ritual storehouse. When the double doors opened, stifling, rotten air and a bunch of winged insects came rushing out. I remembered accidentally killing a hermit crab a long time ago by leaving its tank out on the porch. And how intense the odor it left was. Oh my, that's so random. That was the smell of a corpse, and that's certainly what this smelled like. Inside, it was pitch black, but Mion flicked a switch that turned on a light bulb, illuminating the interior. The path turned into a series of intricate wooden tunnels. We passed spaces that looked like they were for storage. Past places that looked like someone had lived there. All this indicated that it had been used as a bomb shelter and stockpiled during the war. Didn't give an impression of a dug-out bomb shelter that had just been left there, though. There's a sense of dignity, as though this were a second Sonozaki house constructed underground. It's like being in pitch darkness. Okay, that was a weird way to describe it. Below the ground, the voices of the Higurashi were entering through an air hole somewhere, giving it a very mysterious feel.
最後殿の
Oh,
中、
well.
見たよね。
So, what was in the ritual storehouse, right?
あの拷問道具の山を。
Piles of torture instruments.
あれはすべて鬼ヶ淵村の厳しい戒律を
All
守
of
るた
them
め
were
に作られ
created
た
to
ものだっ
uphold the
た。
strict religious laws of Onigafuchi Village.
戒律を破った者を見せしめにむごたらしく殺してみせ
They
る。
were tools used to kill those who
そう
broke
いう
the
道具だ
laws
った。
in terrible ways as a warning to others.
大昔の話だろ。
That was a long time ago.
本来は見せしめの儀式。渡流しは御三家
Watanagashi,
が取り仕切る儀式だったんだけど、
originally a ritual meant as a deterrent, was once overseen by the three families.
君吉家と古出家の衰退、そして時代の変化によって行
But
う
thanks
こと
to
は
the
とても難
Kimiyoshi
しく
and
なった。
Furude families going into decline and the way the times changed, actually carrying it out became difficult.
そりゃそうだな。
I can imagine why.
この現代日本で犠牲者をのんびりと沢で殺せるなんて思えない。
Never think people could be okay with drowning people in a swamp and killing them in modern Japan.
だから
That's why
園崎家は
Sonozaki
作っ
family
たの。
built this,
現代でも渡流しの儀が行えるように。
so that we could continue to
秘密の
conduct
場
the
所。
rite of Watanagashi, even in modern times. What? Oh, well, okay, we haven't seen it yet though, so okay. Mion opened a large, strikingly different door, and inside was none other than a modern storehouse for ritual implements. What? Oh, you're not
いろいろ
kidding.
あるでしょ。
There's quite a few, isn't there?
一部のものは実際に西宮殿から運び込まれたものなんだよ。
Some of them were actually brought here from the original storehouse. Hey, it looks exactly the same. To a frightening degree, this looked exactly the same. All the things there had been rusty and covered in dust, so they didn't seem that real. The things in here were different. Every one of them had been well maintained, and kept in a state that they could be used right away. Blades gleamed and spikes were sharpened. Also, perhaps a precaution for the splatter of blood. The walls and ceiling were covered in the kind of tiling you would see in bathrooms. There was even a drain set amidst the slight sloop on the floor. Oh, so weird word. There was also a coiled rubber hose along the wall attached to a faucet, perhaps for cleaning up the splattered blood.
大昔の当主の書き物によるとね、
According to something a leader from a long time ago wrote,
血のしぶきってのは犠牲者に負担をかけない割にはイン
blood
パクト
splatter
があるん
has
だってさ。
impact, despite the fact that it doesn't tax the sacrifice.
綿流しは見せしめの
Watanagashi
ショーだ
was
った
meant
から、
as a deterrent after all.
私のご先祖様たちは様々なショーを考案
My
してたんだ
ancestor
よ。
thought up all different kinds of things to show off. Huh. As she said that, Mion pointed deeper into the torture room, to a spot veiled in darkness. There was surprisingly a room floored with tatami mats, and in the corner was a pile of cushions.
鑑賞席なんだよ。
There's seats for the audio. What?
綿流しは見せしめのショーだから。
Watanagashi was meant as a deterrent. A bot activity right here. I swear, yeah. Watanagashi is meant as a deterrent after all. And then the same thing. Meant as a deterrent after
客がい
all.
なきゃ意味がない。
Wouldn't make sense if there were no guests. I mean, I guess. Yeah, that's my reaction perfectly. I couldn't speak. I couldn't think of anything to say anyway. Except that if Mion revealing all this to me made her heart feel any lighter, then I was prepared to listen for as long as I needed to.
みんなここで
Right here is where I
私
killed
が殺した。
everyone. Oh god.
見てくれている観客はいなか
There
っ
were
た
no
けど、
spectators to watch me.
私は綿流しを上手
But I
にや
did
っ
the
てみせた。
Watanagashi very well. Oh, shut up. I don't need to know how well you did it. Like, don't. Like, it's fine to, like, try to, like, make your friend, like, ease their, like, time, like, but, bro, I'm not gonna listen to you kill my, like, other friends.
いや、
Well,
観
perhaps
客は
there
一
was
人だ
one
けいたかな。
spectator. Who?
え、
Huh?
観客？
Spectator?
私、
Me.
私という鬼
I,
が
the demon,
ミオンの執り
was
行う
watching
綿
the
流
entire
しをずっ
time
と見て
Mion
たから。
held the Watanagashi ceremony. Mion cackled in self-deprecation. Wasn't a nice sounding laugh.
向こうが牢屋。
Back there is the prison. Prison.
シオンはそこにいるのか？
Shion there? She nodded slightly. Mion's Watanagashi had ended today. I needed to tell Shion that I was safe without a moment's delay. After all, she was probably trembling in fear at this very moment, worrying about when she would be killed. I think you gotta be worried about when you're gonna get killed, because I have a terrible feeling about this. I don't know, bro. This seems like such a big trap. Like, how could this end in not such a... I mean, I guess, like... I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. How is this not ending in, like, a bad way, though? Like, I just don't understand. Like, it can't just end with her getting taken away. Like, it just feels like... That's how it ends, really? Like, we saw... She's crazy. We saw it. Like, come on. The ocean... Whatever door on the other side opened, revealing what must have been an incredibly expansive space based on the echo it made. Neon groped around in the darkness, and a handful of naked light bulbs came on here and there. As my eyes adjusted, more and more of the great cave showed itself in the faint light. The walls were bare rock surface, and I felt so savage that bomb shelter was the most apt term for it. Okay, so I was right. There were small, barred rooms built there, here and there, like holes made by insects biting their way through a giant piece of fruit. It was immediately clear that each one of them was a prison.
みんなはどこに
Where
いるんだ？
is everyone?
リカちゃんやサトコは。
Shannon Sada. Bro, they're dead. Did you not listen to what she was saying earlier? Oh no, he's talking about corpses. Okay.
死体？
They're corpses? Yeah, I was about to say. I grimaced at her having said it so outright.
ああ、
Yeah. Okay, I was an idiot. My bad.
そうだ。
That's right.
いつまでも暗い中じゃかわいそうだろ。
Poor things. Being left here in the dark like this.
虫が湧くと嫌だったから井戸に捨てちゃったよ。
I didn't want them to get infested with bugs, so I threw them down the well. Wow.
ごめん。
I'm sorry. Well, yeah, great, I guess. I mean, you threw them down the well, but guess what? I guess now they're all just mincemeat. Yeah, great. I really want to know this. I can't even see their faces in death. Yeah, they don't have a face. Once again, my feelings of regret having confessed everything to Rika-chan came surging forth. Mion hadn't attached the word sorry to the end of what she said. I might have punched her. You still should punch her. Calm down, Keiichi Maebara. You said it yourself. No matter what, Mion Sonozaki is your greatest friend. Yeah.
言ったさ。
My greatest friend that killed my other friends. I needed to hear myself say it out loud. Then came the clattering of bars in one of the cells deeper in. Oh, this is Shion. When I noticed it, I looked up as well.
シオン
Shion?
シオンか
Is that Shion?
ケイちゃん
Kei-chan?
ケイちゃんなの
Is that you, Kei-chan? I ran over to the cell. White hands were peering out through the gaps in the bars. Okay, so it even sounds like Shion. Okay, this can't be Mion then. I had thought until the last I had thought, right, that if, okay, that's so weird. What the hell? That's crazy to me. Okay, so this is Mion. Because I had thought that, I don't know. I thought maybe there's a chance Shion could be impersonating Mion, but no. We'd hear her talk like Mion if this was Mion, but no, this is Shion. What? It really was her, yeah.
大丈夫かシオ
You
ン
alright, Shion?
怪我はしていないのか
You hurt? What? Shion's face twisted out of shape as she screamed. Oh my god, that is... I don't like that. Oh no. It was because Mion had appeared right behind me. Uh-oh. Turn around. Of course. Shion didn't know that everything was over yet.
落ち着けシオン
Calm down, Shion.
もう全部
Things
終わったん
already
だ
over.
全部
Everything. Spoke in a as calm a voice as I could manage to try and soothe the agitated Shion. However, it didn't seem like it was getting through her screams.
シオン
Shion,
ご機嫌はいかがだった
how have you been? Oh, stop taking that sinister tone, bro. No more, please. No more? No more? Bro, no more.
もう誰の死を見るのも嫌
I don't want to see anyone else die.
私が憎いなら
You haven't even just killed me
私を殺
already.
してよ憎いのは私なんでしょ
The one you hate, right?
早く殺して
Kill me. Kill me right now. Oh, man. What did you do to her, Mion? What did you do?
落ち着けってシオン
Calm down, Shion.
もう終わったんだよ
It's all over now.
大丈夫なんだ
It's going to be alright.
だから落ち着け
Calm down. Shion, who was screaming and rattling the iron bars back and forth, was truly in a frantic state. I gave a slight shrug of resignation, giving way to Mion. I had realized that if Mion was the one who locked her in here, and if Mion was the one who scared Shion this much, then Mion was also the only one who could put an end to this. I don't know about that. Mion spoke from over my shoulder, quietly.
安心しなよ
Relax.
あんたは殺さな
I
い
won't kill you.
まだまだ殺さないんだ
I
から
won't kill you just yet. Bro, what are you talking about? She burst out into a bizarre laugh, as if trying to make Shion's madness even worse. Can I punch you? Shut up. Shion broke into a fierce shiver, brought on by that laugh, and rattled the iron bars as she wailed. Please stop. Don't kill Kei-chan.
ケイちゃんは何の関係もないでしょ
Kei-chan has nothing to do with this, does he?
殺すなら早く私を殺してよ
If you're going to kill someone, then kill me right now.
もう誰が死ぬの
I don't want anyone else to die. Yeah, we're fucked. This is a bad idea.
そんなに死にたければこの男を殺した後にゆっくりとひき肉にしてやるよ
Okay, Keiichi, now's the time to, go. You want to die that badly, then after I've killed this man, I'll take my time making mincemeat of you. Oh, God, the fact that I had just said mincemeat a moment ago when talking about Rika. Ah, man.
古式にのっとり
According to the
獅
ancient
子の
rites,
先端か
I'll
ら
do it
少しず
slowly.
つ
Starting with your extermites.
ガリゴリ
I
と
don't know what
削
that
って
is.
ミンチにしてやる
Shave you down and mince you.
あの肉引き器はあんたのために取っておいてあるんだか
I
ら
had that
ね
mincing machine set up specifically for you after all. Oh, shut up!
それとも
Keiichi, punch
それで
her!
ケイちゃんをミンチにしてみせた方
Or
が
it would be funner
あ
if
んた
I
に
were
は
to
面
mince that
白いか
Kei-chan in
な
front of you. Yeah, wow, what a great friend you sound right now.
おい、いい加減にしろ。
Hey, quit it already.
今さら怖がらせてどうするんだよ。
What do you got to gain by scaring her at this point? No! Yeah, run away! She just said she's gonna kill you! Kei-chan, run away! Tried to rebuke Mion for flinging terrible words at her this late in the game, but when I turned around... Oh, shit! Neil's mouth, so much that it was hard to believe. Oh, no. I twisted the shape even thinner than a crescent moon. It was a smile. I'm turning this up all the way. I could sense it like a jolt of electricity. The person here wasn't my best friend, Mion. It wasn't the Mion Sonozaki who had been tossed about by her heavy duty of succeeding the Sonozaki family either. Then, who was she? Oh shit. I saw sparks flying before my eyes. Like what happens when you get hit in the back of the head? Oh no! Strength in my body drained instantly. My head suddenly became heavy. Oh shit. My knees buckled up to the temptation and hit the floor. Then my whole body abruptly collapsed. Uh-oh. My face should have hit the floor, but it was comfortable. As if I had fallen onto a down-filled futon. My consciousness reeled, then receded. What happened? It was this kind of sensation, like if you took a nap in the car, but you're still half awake, and could listen to your parents talking as if they were far away. No, you wouldn't be listening, you'd only be hearing it. It was happening so far away, and the conversation was completely unrelated to you, so you would have no interest in it. So whether Shion was yelling in my ears, or Mion was in vulgar hysterics, I didn't think it annoying, nor did it interest me.
さーて
Now
どんな
then,
方法で料理してやろう
wonder
か
how I
ね
should go about preparing for you.
そうだ
Oh
釘
yes,
台なんかどうかな
you think of a bed of nails.
あのちびがき二人組に試したかったんだけど
Whoa.
手が小さくて高速台にサイズが合わなかったからね
Tested it on those little brats, but their hands were too small for the restraining table.
あれにしよう
Let's
あれ
do
にしよ
that,
う
let's do that! Oh no, Mion held me up from behind and dragged me across the floor. The soles of my feet scraped on it, and one of my shoes fell off. Please stop, sis.
やめて
Stop. Oh man. Christ. Shion's emotions. Whoa, why can I not suddenly read? Exploded outward, and she burst into bitter weeping. Burst into bitter weeping. Oh, I could not read for a second there. As if her crying had... What? Weeded? Wedded? I'm so confused. No, that's not wedded. Weeded Mion's interest. She flung me down and returned to the prison cell. She flung me down. Is that English? I don't think that's English, but you know what? Why not, right? And returned to the prison cell again.
あんたも可愛い声で泣けるじゃない
My, you sure can cry with a cute voice, can't you?
あんたのわざとらしい空威張りには虫唾が走ってたんだけど
Your unnatural
やっぱり
bravado
そう
is
いう
making
あん
my
たが
skin
一番似合
crawl.
ってるよ
This definitely suits you the best. I really don't like you anymore.
ミオン姉さん
Mion, my big sister,
お願いだ
I beg you,
私をどういう風に殺しても構いませんからどうか
please,
ケイちゃんだけは見逃してあげてくださいお願い
I'm begging you. Shion had always acted as though she were a cut above her older sister. That Shion, such a miserable voice that I couldn't have imagined it during those peaceful times. Prostrated herself before the older sister she used to scoff at and plead forgiveness. Shion looked down with an expression of cool indifference, one that was plainly smiling with joy.
あんたの希望なんか聞くつもりは全
I
然な
wasn't
かったん
planning
だ
on
けど
listening to your petty wishes.
あんたがあまりにも面白い声で泣くも
It's
のだ
just
か
too funny.
らなんだか聞いててやってもいい
Maybe
よう
I'll
な
change
気
my
が
mind
して
and
きた
listen
か
to
な
you.
思えばあんたには姉ら
Just
し
come
い
to
こと
think of it,
何にもしてやれなかったから
I
ね
never did anything big sister-like for you. Yes. Yes.
ありがとうございます
Thank you.
ありがとうございます
Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, this isn't gonna work. Alright then.
これまでのことを
Until
謝
you
ってみ
apologize
せ
for
て
everything.
そうしたら私も
Maybe let it all
こ
be
れまでのこ
water
と
under
を
the
すっかり
bridge.
水に流してあげてもいいそうしたら
Maybe
ケ
just
イちゃんだけ
maybe.
は見逃してあげ
I'll
な
let
くも
Kei
ない
Chan
よ
go. I don't know why you hate her most of all. Like, it's so obvious you hate her more than anybody. I don't get it. Shion said she might let me go, but she never said anything about letting Shion go. Before long, Shion got on her hands and knees behind the bar and began to speak weak words of apology. They were too faint for me to hear, but their intention got across. Despite having watched her with a magnificently jubilant expression, Shion kicked the bars and declared she was unsatisfied.
そんなので私の積年の恨みつらみが償えると思ってるわけ
You think you can make up for years of grudges and hard feelings like that?
こんなんじゃダメだね
That just will not do.
やっぱりケイちゃんからひき肉だ
So make mincemeat out of you both.
待って姉様
Wait, sis.
もう一度
One more chance.
もう一度だけ
Just one more chance. You're just toying with her. She's gonna do it anyway. Shion stopped and waved her hand again in resignation. Not because she had grown impatient, but only because she was taking delight in abusing Shion.
ろくろく満足に謝れないあんただから
Can't
ね
apologize for my satisfaction anyway. Yeah, I
特
figured.
別にお姉が心に届く謝罪の仕方ってのを教えてあ
I'll
げるよ
teach you how to make an apology that will get through to your older sister.
一度しか教えないし
I'm only gonna tell you
一言一
once.
句でも間違えたらア
You
ウ
get
ト
even a letter wrong, you're out.
いいね
Got it? Yes. Yes.
ありがとうございます
Jesus Christ. This is messed up, man. Thank you, sis. Like, oh my god. I feel really bad. Really bad for Shion. Like, ah, god. Shion's miserable voice cried out, having become utterly hoarse. The sensation tearing through my chest returned a little at a time. I realized it was feelings of anger bubbling up. I was slowly regaining control of my body. Oh, good, get up. However, I was only able to feel my skin and my blood flowing at the moment. I still couldn't voluntarily move my fingers.
ちゃんと覚えられたか
Did
な
you memorize it? Come on, get up.
ではやってごらん
Let's hear you say it.
誠心誠意鉄頭鉄尾
Sincerely and
心を込め
faithfully,
てね
from beginning to end, with all your heart.
ちゃんとできたならあんただけを
If you
殺し
can
て
do
あ
it
げる
properly, then I'll only kill you. Yes.
ありがとうございます
Thank you so much.
あ
Not
りがと
gonna
うござい
work.
ます
Something was strange. Something had become strange at some point. So just a few moments ago, I was sure this had been Mion, but at some point, she'd become someone else. Mion I knew well would never do something so nasty like trampling all over someone's dignity like this.
さ
Now,
やってごらん
let's hear it.
お姉ちゃんはちゃんと聞いててあげるから
Your big sister's listening closely.
園崎しおんは
is. When I ran over to Shion's cell earlier, had the real thing been swapped out with a fake right behind me? A third sister? I'm sorry, I can't take. I don't know. Like, anyway, this couldn't possibly be Mio. It's the demon, bro. It's the demon. The way she used to justify, like, differentiate. Like, it's like a way to justify herself. Oh well, it was the demon. It wasn't Mio. Well, this is the demon talking. This isn't Mio. Like, no, it's you. You're not a demon. Stop.
園
Liar.
崎しおんはミオン姉様の
Wow.
足元に
You
も
are
及ば
a
ない
piece of. Ooh, piece of
醜
shit.
情け知らずな
Not gonna finish that.
愚か者でございます
Mion is just a piece of, yeah, S word. You get it. Shion Sonozaki's a lowly, worthless soul. Not fit to even lick her big sister Mion's feet.
身の程をわ
When
き
I
ま
think
す
of the countless times I've been
お
rude
姉
to my
様に
big
働
sister
き
without knowing my place.
数々のプレーをほらほらその調子
Yes, yes, that's the spirit.
少しは許してあげようかなって気になってき
I'm
た
gonna
よ
need to say a little more now, okay? Blood circulated through my whole body. My numb senses were returning. Come on, get up! Just a little more. Yeah, keep her preoccupied, Shion, please. While Shion is still holding Mion's, no, that thing that pretending to be Mion's attention. Hurry up!
生意気だったこれ
Come
までを
on, you gotta hold it for a little
反
longer.
省し
Reflect on how impertinent I've been. Swear loyalty to my big sister Mion
ミオ姉様に
for the rest of my
忠
life.
誠を誓うのですから
So, okay. Mion's burst of laughter echoed throughout the big cave, growing to a terrifying level. She's lost her damn mind. That was not the laugh of someone who was alive in this world. Yeah. It was none other than the laugh of a demon from the bowels of the earth. No, that is Mion. She laughed from her stomach until she grew tired of it, and stopped smiling suddenly as if snipping a wire. Snipping a wire?
いいよも
Alright already.
う十分面白かったわ
Just funny enough for me.
あんたがそこまでプライドを捨てられるとは
I
思わ
didn't
なかった
think you'd throw away that much of your pride. No,
か
get
ら
up.
うん
hmm
十分に愉
That
快
was plenty enjoyable. Mion began to drag me again. Ah, damn it! That's where I finally got the feeling in my body back and pulled me towards the torture chamber. Come on, get up!
姉様
Sis,
殺すな
only kill me.
その人
Please,
許して
forgive him.
安心しなって
Don't worry, alright?
ちゃんとあんたは殺してあげ
I'll
る
be
よ
I'll be sure to kill you real good.
ケイちゃんの悲鳴をたっぷりと聞かせた後に
Let you get an earful of K-Chan's screams, that is. Oh, yeah, see what I mean? After dragging me to the torture chamber, she skillfully strapped me into the restraining table. Before I knew it, I was sprawled out and bound. She forced open my hands, with which I couldn't even make a satisfying fist, and tightly restrained each one of my fingers. Damn it, we're too late. She fastened only my hands, and my fingers at that, tightly with hinges, and locked them in place.
殺さないで
Jesus, man. The door to the big cave with the jails had been left open, so I could hear Shion's cry of mortification the entire time.
聞こえるかいシオン
Can you hear Shion?
これから始めるよ
I'm gonna get started now.
ケイちゃんの若い悲鳴を
Please enjoy K-Chan's young screams.
いい加減にしろ。
Give it a fucking rest. Feeling my body return, the first action I took was to tell off that thing that looked like Mion.
ようやくお目覚め
We can last, are we? Oh, man.
私さっき嘘をついた
I
ね
lied before, you know.
シオンを一番むごたらしく殺してやろうと思って閉じ込めておいたけど
But
まだ
having
思いつ
wanted
か
to
ないって
give Shion the most miserable death of all, but locking her up because I hadn't thought of a good way yet.
あれが嘘
That was a lie. Yeah, actually, you fooled. That's like the only time you fooled me. Mion brought over something like a toolbox. From inside it, she removed a large metal hammer. And next to that, she began to line up what looked like long, strangely shaped nails whose ends had been turned into hooks, like the kind you'd see on a harpoon. Oh my god, what?
あの子に自分のせいで死ぬ大勢の人の悲鳴をたっぷりと聞かせて体の芯まで染み通らせ
I'll
て
let her hear the screams of all those people that died because of her. And after they soak into her very soul, then I'll kill her. So this is a punishment for Shion, not even me at this point. So at this point, it's not even for wow. So with Mion, okay, this isn't even punishment for us anymore. This is really just for Shion. We just got fooled right at the end.
なかなかセンスいいでしょ
Got pretty good taste, huh? No, you're a piece of shit. Don't talk to me.
お前は
Who
誰だ
are you?
は
Huh?
ミオンでしょ
I'm Mio. Why do you talk like that? I'm Mio. Like, no.
園崎ミオン。
Mio and Sonozaki. Take, man. Oh, I don't like you anymore.
恐怖で頭が変になっちゃっ
Is
た
if you're different, you crazy?
違うな。
No, you're not.
お前が
There's
園崎ミオンであ
no
る
way
は
you
ずが
can
な
be
い。
Mio and Sonozaki. Mio snorted and continued her preparations for the horrifying torture.
へえ。
I see.
じゃあ
Then if I'm not
私がミオンじゃ
Mio,
na かったら
who am I?
私は誰なわけ？
鬼だ。
A demon. There we go. Oh, I knew you were gonna say that. I hate that you are.
Huh?
Huh? Oh, you didn't expect that answer. Why not? That's weird. Why did she not expect that answer?
お前はミ
You're
オン
not
じゃない。
Mio.
さっきまで一緒だったミオンを返せ。
Give her back.
ケイちゃん、本当に頭は大丈夫？
I don't know. You seem still like reeling from that just now. I don't know why. K-chan, is your brain really doing okay?
恐怖で頭がどうかなっちゃった？
Am I going crazy with fear?
触るな。
Don't touch me.
この鬼め。
You damn demon.
返せ。
Give her back.
ミオンを返せよ。
Give me on back.
俺の最高の友
My
人
best
だった。
friend.
ミオン
Give
を
me
返せ。
back. Anyone stood there for a few moments with their jaw hanging open, not having expected me to say that. But why though? You've been proclaiming yourself that the whole time. And then I don't get it. Why is she so confused or shocked? I myself knew that I was about to go insane. Honestly, like, get insane, break out, and then like, get out of here. or just fight back. Although you can't. I whisked her away. This is not like, man, I knew that it was nonsense to demand Mio's return when she was right in front of me. But, this person in front of me couldn't possibly have been Mio. There was no way I could accept that. I don't want to accept it either, but I mean, so this is what I thought. Mio really had been possessed by a demon and was controlling Mio as if it were a separate personality. Maybe, man, I don't know. Like I said earlier, it could be virus for all I know. Mio was just a victim being manipulated by it. The evil one was really this thing. It all had to be the doing of this demon possessing her. When Mion heard that, she started to goffa? Laughing so hysterically that she started to cough and almost choked.
あんたって本当におめでたい人だね。
You really are a piece of work, you know that?
園崎ミオンに殺されようとしているこの瞬間に目の前の私を否定するわ
In
け？
this very moment, Mion Sonozaki's trying to kill you, and you're trying to reject me?
こんな面白い人が世の中にいるなんて初めて知った
I
わ。
never knew there was such a funny person in all the world. But you just called yourself a bro. What are you talking about?
笑いたければ好きなだけ笑え。
Do it all you want.
だがお前が何を言おうと俺はお前がミオンだなんて認
No
めな
matter
い。
what you say, though, I won't accept that you're Mio.
ミオンを返せ。
Give her back.
退け鬼め。
Away with you, demon. I've heard that line a few times in other games.
ケイちゃん、私を笑い涙で溺れ殺すつもり？
K-chan, are you trying to kill me by drowning me in my own tears? Are you good, bro? No matter what, I wouldn't lose that laughter of hers. I shouted loudly. Oh my god. I shouted from the bottom of my heart, so that the real Mion, trapped inside the Mion I saw in front of me, would be able to hear. Oh, whoa, the music stopped.
頑張れミオン。
You can do it, Mion.
こんな
Don't
鬼畜生に
lose
負
to
ける
this
な。
piece of shit demon.
本当に強い。
You're
お前の
strong.
力を見せてくれ。
Show me how strong you are. The tears welled up and flowed down her face. Down her face? Her hands were busy with the restraints, so she couldn't even wipe them. She just let them flow. Oh, not this,
頼む
Mio.
よ
Please, Mio.
ミオン
Mio.
どこで
Where
お前はこんな鬼に負
did
け
you
ちまっ
lose
た
to
んだ
a demon like this?
お前はこんな
You're
弱
not
いや
that
つじゃ
weak,
ないだ
are
ろ
you?
負けるな
Don't lose.
戦え
Fight.
戦え
Fight. Oh my god, my voice almost broke there. Like, damn. Stop trying to make me cry like that. Desperately enduring her laughter, pressed one of the long nails to the tip of my left pinky. In her left hand was the hammer. Ah, man. At her side were dozens more nails. I could tell what she was about to do, though I wish I couldn't. Even so, I couldn't afford to be scared. That was why I shouted.
お腹の筋肉がよじれて痛いよ。
My sides felt like they're about to split.
もういい？
Is that all?
そろそろ始めるよ。
I'm gonna get started now.
いい声を出してね。
Be sure to give her some good screams.
これはケイちゃんへの拷問である以上にシオンへの拷問なんだからさ。
Not only am I torturing you, Kei-chan, but I'm torturing Shion as well. Yeah, I know.
どうして
Why?
どうして
Why would you?
こんな子ミオン
Mayon! Then I wept. Oh my god, bro. Only sobs came out. This is so bad. They weren't in acceptance of the torture about to be performed, however. They were tears of regret that Mion had lost to the demon. Yet a small change did occur on the Mion in front of me. Her heightened excitement was draining, little by little. By the time I realized it, the one in front of me had returned to being Mion.
ケイちゃん、
Kei-chan,
メイドの土産
this may not
なんて
be
気の利いたものじゃないけ
something
れど、
pleasant to take to the grave with you.
どうしても知りたがっているようだから
You really seem to
一
want
つ
to
だけ
know,
教えてあ
though.
げるよ。
So I'll tell you just one thing. I didn't know if this was Mion, or just a display of momentary humanity the demon had. Demon? Demon! I don't know why, that is so stupid. I had recovered.
私の中に鬼が宿ったのはずい
Long
ぶん
time
前。
before the demon came to live inside me.
その鬼は私を蝕
It
み
was gnawing at my
強行に
heart,
駆り立てようとした。
trying to spur me to violence, but
だけれど私は
I suppressed
そ
it
れを
with my
理性で抑
reason.
えつけた。鬼はそれで収ま
I
り、
settled the demon down.
私はその鬼はどこかへ行ってしまったんだと思い込んでいる。でも
As it turned out,
本当は違っ
I
た。
was wrong.
私の中から出て行ったん
It
じゃな
hadn't
く、
left me.
私の中で眠っていただけだったの。
I noticed that there were tears forming in her eyes.
その鬼はある小さなことをきっかけに
The
また目
demon
覚め
woke
て
up
しまった。
again due to a small opportunity. Oh no. What could it be? Assuming it's us.
それは何に原因があったと思
That
う？
opportunity was... Oh no, don't say it. There was a sad and yet reproachful light in Mion's eyes.
わかる？
Do you understand? I don't. I don't know what gave the demon... I said demon again! The demon the chance to beat Mion.
鬼の私が教えるのも変だけれど、
Might be strange for me, a demon to say, but
あんたが全てを狂わせてしまった
the
元
reason
凶。
everything got so messed up. The tears welling up in her eyes spilled downward all of a sudden.
あの時、
At the
あ
time,
んたがもらった人形を躊躇なく私に渡して
you
いた
had
なら、
given me that doll you got
全
without
てを狂い
hesitating.
出さなか
Oh,
った
that's
かも
hot.
しれない。
Maybe everything wouldn't have gotten so twisted. The doll I got. That doll that I got when we had our club meeting at the toy store that Sunday.
ケイちゃんには理解できないだろうね。
You're telling me this all started because of that?
理解できなくて当然。
You probably can't understand. I wouldn't expect you to.
だけどね、
But you see,
そこ
all
から
sorts
ド
of
ミノ
things
倒し
started
みたい
falling
に
over like dominoes
パ
after
タパ
that.
タパタといろんなものが倒れ始めて、
Soon it was too much for me to
収
control.
集初めの小さな一つを倒したあなたに自覚がないのは当然だろう
It
けど、
was so small. But you're the
あ
one who
なた
set it
が
up.
元凶なの。
can't.
そんな
Me?
俺が
No, don't say that. That's not my fault.
あんたがミオンを泣かさなかったら
You hadn't made
私は
Mio
起きなくて済
cry,
んだのに
and I
ね。
wouldn't have had to wake up.
これで十分。
Is that enough?
メイドの土産
You
は
could die in peace? No, you moron! Mistake that I'd made on that day. Was that what messed everything up?
そんな
That can't
嘘
be,
だろ
can it?
自覚がないのは当
It
然。
makes sense that you wouldn't be aware of it.
でも
Even so, Kei,
紛れもなく
you
元
were
凶なの
without
は
a doubt
ケ
the
イちゃん。
cause.
あの時
You had nonchalantly
あんたが
given
さ
the
りげ
doll
な
that
く人
day.
形を私にあげてい
I
た
don't
ら
think this would have happened.
多分こんなことにはならなかったと思う。
I wanted to say, like I just remembered something, as if I recalled that day. Rena had told me about that, and I thought I had apologized. But you didn't, though. Yeah, I didn't apologize, Mion. You didn't. You tried to, because you thought that was Mion that day, but it turns out it was Shion messing with you. An innocent prank turned, yeah, very wrong. It had been Shion. In other words, oh god, I hadn't said a single word of apology to Mion. Today I came to this house saying I had something to apologize for, but I never said a word of apology about this. Oh man. Come to think of it, when I apologized for going to the ritual storehouse, Mion looked a little lonely, like she was disappointed. Why didn't I realize that until just now? Rena told me at the time, and now she, herself, no, the demon was telling me. Is the only way for a dense idiot like me to be cured to die altogether? No, don't say that. My god, bro. You make me cry too. Stop. I can no longer hold back the hot tears from pouring out of me. God, that was the worst cry so far. Simply just cried and cried. Reflected indifferently on the taste of my tears. My tears of regrets.
じゃあそろそろいい？
Can I start now then?
この拷問はね、
This method of
とっても
torture is very
シンプル。
simple.
左手の小指の先端の節に釘を打つ。
I'll nail one of these into the joint on the end of your left pinky finger.
順に親指まで打ったら、また小指に戻って、今度は真ん中の節に釘を打つ。
Then I'll nail each one in order until I get to your thumb. And then I'll go back to your pinky and nail one into the joint in the middle.
この調子で15本の釘で
So
左
on
手を打
and
ちつける。
on and so on. Until I hammer 15 nails into your left hand.
それが終わったら次は右手。
When that's over with, I'll do your right hand next.
それが終わったら次は、
After that, if you're
まだ
still
意識があっ
conscious,
たら教えるね。
I'll tell you.
指先ってたくさんの神経が集まってるから、
So it hurts far
ケイ
more
ちゃん
than
が
you
想
could
像する
imagine.
よりもはるかに痛いよ。
This is great. Like, I really want to hear this right now.
両手30本を打ち終える前に失神しちゃう人もいるそうだから。
Some people apparently passed out before you finish hammering 30 nails into their hands, so... Mion pressed the tip of a nail to my left pinky finger. My wrists, my arms, all the joints of my fingers were strapped in it so tightly it hurt, and I couldn't even twitch.
他の人を拷問するときには何のためらいもなかったけど、
I didn't hesitate at all when I was torturing the others.
なぜかあんたにはためらいがあ
Why
る
do
よ。
I hesitate now?
それでミオンの鬼が収まるなら
This will satisfy your demon, Mion. If it will sate the demon, then do to me what you will.
あんた本気で言ってるの？
You serious?
俺が傷つけたミオンの痛みに比べればこんなの大したことないんだ
Compared
ろ
to how much I hurt Mion, this is nothing, right?
気の済むようにするといい
Do as much as you want.
その代わり2つ約束しろ
In exchange, promise me two things. Mion was silent. She did, however, wait for me to speak.
俺を気が済むまで痛めつけたらシオンは許してやれ
After you're satisfied with causing me pain, forgive Shion.
西宮殿に忍び込んだ罪
You're
には
punished enough to make up for her crimes
それで
against the
十分
ritual
見合
in
う
the
仕打ちを
storehouse,
したはず
hasn't
だ
she?
あんた
You.
この後に及んで自分よりシオンの心配ができるわけ？
Still worry about Shion more than yourself?
もう一つは
The other thing is that when you've
気
had
が
your
済んだ
fill,
ら
you
も
disappear.
うその体を
Give that body back to
ミオンに
Mion.
それだけだ
That's all.
あんたって人には
You know, you're...
命乞いをするとかそういう考えは思い浮かばないの
Are you not even considering possibly begging for your life or anything?
約束
Can I...
2つじゃなくて
Can I
3
ask
つ
you
に
to
していい
promise
か
3 things instead of 2?
3つ目は
The third is to leave me alive.
俺を殺すな
最初に2つって言ったでしょ
You said 2 in the beginning, didn't you?
だからもうダメ
So you can't have any more.
そいつは残念
That's a shame. In such an abnormal situation, Mion and I laughed quietly together, as if sharing in a stupid joke.
多分私は約束を守らないよ
Probably won't keep these promises, understand?
鬼だから
I'm a demon after all.
その時は仕方がないさ
Guess there's nothing I can do then. I recall tightening my hands in a fist when enduring the pain at the dentist office. Right now, though, they were open all the way to my fingertips, so I couldn't even grip them. So instead, I tightened my toes. Okay. Okay, do it. I prepared myself already. So do it. You waiting like this to hammer the nails in is scarier. It's going to diminish my readiness after all. Ian put down the hammer and gently stroked my cheek. Huh.
ケイちゃん
Kei-chan. Okay.
今の3つ目の願いだけは
Agree to just the
聞いても
third
いい
thing, okay? Huh? My third wish. It was jokingly about, oh yeah, leave me alive, but are you actually going to fulfill that? Save me. Okay, there we go. I had to plug in my headphones real fast. She'll agree to it? Really?
1つ目の願い
Your first wish.
シオンを救うこと
Save Shion.
これはもう無理
That's long done for.
シオンは鬼が殺してしまう
The demon will kill her.
それはもう決められたことだから止め
It's
られ
already
ない
been decided, so I can't stop it.
だから諦めて
So give up on that. Her delicate fingers slid from my cheek to my chin.
そして2つ目の願い
As for your second wish,
この体をミオンに返すこと
to give this body back to Mion.
これももう無理
That won't happen either.
今日を境に
After today,
ミオンが戻ってくる
Mion
こ
will
とは
never
もう
come
ない
back.
今日以降もし私の姿があったとしてもそれは姿だけ
From today on, even if my body is here, it will just be a body.
私の姿をした
Because the
鬼だから
Oni has taken it over.
そんなことはない
That isn't true.
ミオンは
Mion is
Mionだ。
Mion.
もう戻ってこないなんて悲
Don't
しい
say
ことを
such
言うな
sad things like that she won't ever come back.
聞こえる
Can you hear it?
あの音
That sound. What sound? Mion gently closed her eyes and listened. I definitely heard it as well. Slam. Slam. It was a dull noise that repeated at fixed intervals. A low noise accompanied by vibrations. A lot of people were ramming the iron doors to this underground ritual storehouse. Oh, the police are
帰りが
finally
遅い
here.
からレナが大石を呼んだんでし
You're
ょ
late. Serena probably called
あ
Oishi.
のぼやーっとした感じの子がこんなに頭が回るのだけは
That
計
spaced
算外
out
だっ
girl
た
being
な
so quick thinking was the one thing I didn't anticipate.
それについては同
I'll
感だ
agree
よ
with you there. Mion grinned like she'd been outwitted, then took something that looked like an electric razor out of her pocket. When she pressed the switch, pale blue sparks flew out with a snapping noise.
見たことないでしょ
You've probably never seen one before, right?
本物のスタンガンだよ
It's a real stun gun.
違法品なんでかなり出力が上げられるようになってるけどね
It's illegal, and its output has been increased quite a bit.
さ
Ah!
っき俺に食らわせたのはそれか
Okay, so that's what you hit me with. I was wondering why we got knocked out like that. Was that what you hit me with before?
子供のおもちゃには向かねえぞ
It's not a toy children should be playing with, you know.
そうだね
You're right. She didn't want to use the stun gun on me. I'm about to move. I felt her press a cool lump of metal to my neck. Ow. I heard a roar, as though they'd broken down the first, large door. The halls were a bit complex, but aside from the door to this very torture chamber, there was nothing in their way.
殺さないけど、しばらくケイちゃんにはお
I
休み
won't
してても
kill
らう
you,
ね。
but I will have you go to sleep for a bit, Kei-chan.
すぐに大石が来てくれるから。
Always you'll be here soon.
ちょっとの我慢。
It's only hurt a bit. Feeling the same shock as before. Gritting my teeth wasn't going to help much, but I clenched them tightly anyway. However, just as she did when she was about to hammer the nails in, she hesitated a little. I cracked open my tightly closed eyelids.
ごめんね、
I'm sorry
ミオンを怪我して。
for disgracing Mion.
ここに入る前に約束した。
I made a promise before coming in here.
何があっても俺の中のミオンは変わら
Whatever
ない。
happens, the Mion inside my heart won't change.
でも忘れて、
Look, forget about that.
今日以降、
If you ever see me after
も
today,
しも私を見かけて
don't
も、
come near me.
それは
By then, it will be the demon
私の屍に
that
取り付い
inherited
た
my corpse.
鬼なんだから。
What are you talking about? Just as I tried to say that, a much stronger light than before shined. And like a television being switched off, my consciousness went black. Dang, wow. I'll be right back. Hope you guys didn't mind that 30-second silence. I'm back. I had to, I don't feel like, yeah, no, this is very, like, rushed. Like, this is still, like, me not rushing, but it's still rushed. Because I'm doing this in one take and not cutting anything. A string of disappearances occurred in Hinamizawa Village, Shishibone City, Blank Prefecture. Oh, we're at the end, huh? Suspect is Mion Sonozaki, 1x years old. She's suspected of having kidnapped 5 Hinamizawa residents between June 19th and June 21st. God damn! 3 days! Yo Sonozaki, Shion Sonozaki. Oh, she did kill Shion. Damn it. Kichiro Kimiyoshi, Rika Furude, and Satoko Hojo imprisoned them and killed them. Preliminary investigations on the incident were delayed at the time due to insufficient evidence, but it was resolved coincidentally and shockingly. On the morning of the 23rd, a vehicle patrolling the Sonozaki property heard screams from inside and rushed in as an emergency measure. Yeah. They secured the suspect's missing younger sister, Shion Sonozaki, and her 2 missing classmates, Heichi Maibara and Ren Ryugu. Oh wow, so she didn't kill Shion. Whoa. And her 2 missing classmates, Heichi Maibara and Ren Ryugu. Well, no, she did kill. No. I believe she actually did. Okay, so what? Deep in the detached basement on the Sonozaki property, which is believed to have been used to kill those who disappeared, we discovered hair flakes of skin, blood, etc. of the other 4 missing persons. Oryo Sonozaki, Kiichiro Kimiyoshi, Rika Furude. I can't see the bottom, but I'm assuming it says and Satoko Hojo. I don't know what that said though. I'm gonna have to look back in the video, but it was off the page for me. We concluded that the missing persons were tortured in the torture chamber. Really? However, their remains have still not been found. At one of our imprisoned classmates' advice, we continued searching the detached basement of the Sonozaki property, which is where they were imprisoned, believing that they were there. However, we still have not located them or the suspect's escape. In addition, investigations are continuing as to her participation in the serial freak deaths. Oh no, okay, so Mion's still out there too. Oh, she did spare Shion. What? Recent years, thinking it would give some clue. But no evidence that Mion Sonozaki was involved, either directly or indirectly, has been found. There are still many unclear points as to the motive behind the incident, and as those of the Sonozaki family and the residents of Hinamizawa have been extremely uncooperative in assisting us, we expect to require a long time to clarify them. The opinion of a local officer knowledgeable about the region is that this may have been a lynching, an internal form of punishing sacrilegious acts carried out against the beliefs of Hinamizawa village. It is clear that these incidents are particularly rooted in this region, and the prefectural police department has ordered a cautious investigation. We anticipated gaining valuable clues from the missing person believed to have been in prison for the longest time, Shion Sonozaki, the suspect's younger sister, but her mind was stricken by the grave after effects of the incident, and she has not been in a state of mind to properly answer any questions about what she knows. Psychiatrists concluded that she was in a temporary state of shock, but it doesn't seem hopeful that she will recover today either. Damn. Only a few days passed since that time. Wikeichi? After that, I was rescued by Oishi-san and his subordinates, whom Rena had called in. Aside from my entirely blank state of mind, I had no external injuries. The most I had was a small burn mark from where the stun gun had hit me. As I was having a checkup in the hospital, Oishi-san asked me all sorts of things, but I don't really remember what he asked or how I answered him. From what I heard, surprisingly, Mion still hadn't been captured. There were apparently a great many hallways and smaller rooms extending out from the depths of the prison. It wouldn't be strange if she had fled out to one of those and hidden herself. The one fortunate aspect amidst all the misfortune was that Shion had been safely secured by the police. When I last saw Mion, she seemed like she was going to take me with her and then kill me. She probably didn't have enough time to, though, since Soichi-san came running in faster than she predicted. That was the only really fortunate thing to have happened. Of course, the rescued Shion, despite having no external wounds, now had a big, deep wound in her heart. She was in a severe state of confusion when they rescued her, and apparently she bit the police officers trying to resist. What the hell? Okay. What he heard, she was seeing Mion and everyone she saw. Hated not only the hospital, but even her own home, and had shut herself up in somewhere in Shishibone, hiding her location. Additionally, in fear that Mion would come for her, she was moving from place to place every day, and even her parents weren't sure where she actually was. Wherever she was living, even now, she was spending her days in fear of Mion's shadow. I can't forgive you for doing that, like, oh my god. The police were investigating the Sonozaki's underground storehouse at this moment. Ah, god damn it! Since they couldn't find the remains of the other sacrifices. Hadn't Mion thrown the corpses into a well? I had a feeling I had said that to him. That meant a hidden tunnel, vertical like a well, was somewhere in those underground passages. A secret underground, without any maps or architectural drawings, which had swallowed up the remains of Rika-chan, Sadako, and everyone else, was still unwilling to speak the truth. I was brought back to that basement again too, for an on-the-site inspection or something, but I didn't remember being of any help. I never wanted to go back there again. For days afterward, the Sonozakis living in Okonomiya, in other words, Mion and Shion's parents, the big-name Yakuza, would come to our house to apologize, bringing many of their followers with them. That's not going to make me feel better. However, much my parents refused it. They piled up many 100,000 yen bills, calling it consolation money every day. The amount of money grew each day, and after I'd passed 2 million yen, they were given an envelope containing a letter. I don't know what was written in the letter. My parents talked about it by themselves for 2 whole nights, and decided to move away. What? We're moving? That's the first I... Whoa.
そっか、
I see.
引っ越しちゃうんだね。
You're moving, huh?
いつ？
When?
来月の終わり。
At the end of next month.
ひなみ沢には結局半年も居つかなかったことにな
I
る
won't
な。
even have been in Hinamizawa for half a year.
寂しくなるね。
I'll be lonely. Oh yeah, poor Rena. Everyone's gone.
私一人しか
I'm the only
残ら
one
ない。
left. Rena smiled sadly. If I had just said yeah, I thought it'd make her even more lonely. So I changed the subject.
こう考えることがあるんだ。
Here's something to think about. That's how I broached it. Mion hadn't actually fled, but had been demoned away in the truest sense of the term. Where she went after she disappeared, that we didn't know. What was there, where she had disappeared to? I hoped there was a hobby shop dealing in imports, the kind Mion likes. In that place, she would definitely be free from the burdensome fetters of her family, and live not as Mion Sonozaki, but just Mion, and enjoy herself. Maybe she's already met up with Sadako and Rika-chan. They must also have been waiting for the day Ren and I would join them, spending all their time doing club activities, as lively as they always were. When I told Rena that, she smiled and nodded to me. The incidents the Sonozaki family had been trying so hard to hide, too, were exposed to the magazines from this single tiny seam. The serial incidents of recent years were all pulled up like a long vine in the ground, one by one, and for many days, news of it was brought up on talk and variety shows. The shows, which were comedic and silly, never once tried to touch upon the grim, heavy history that Mion had been bearing. It made me mad to see them bringing this stuff up in jest. There was nothing I could do about it now. Yeah, those are reporters, pieces of crap. What was that? How big an impression would these short few weeks I spent in Himizawa have on my life? During these few weeks, I met my best friends and had the best experiences of my life. I would probably never forget it for as long as I lived. As for the distorted image of Mion that the media created, after the masses got tired of treating her like a plaything, they would ball her up, throw her in the trash, and then she would fade from their memories. As one of the few people who knew the real Mion, I must always make sure I remember her. Beyond any doubt, that will surely become my offering to her. The sky reached so far up, and towering clouds floated through it. The real summer was just before our eyes. Even now, whenever 10 p.m. came around, I would expect a phone call from Shion, or Mion rather. Now that everything was over, of course, she would never call me. But it was precisely because she wouldn't call me that I was scared of who would call me this time. Plus, Mion still hadn't been caught. I couldn't say for sure that everything was completely over. On the other side of that fear, though, were my prayers that Mion was safe. When I thought like that, I was able to sleep, even with such terrifying thoughts. The lights were off. Before her attacking when the lights were off was something that scared me. However, that feeling changed to regret within 2 days. The moonlight filtering through the gap in the curtain shone onto the desk and illuminated a doll. All right, that's right. The doll that I should have given to Mion that day. She said it was an important import from England or something. It was all the rage, didn't she? From what Shion said, the most popular among them were the ones wearing the fluffy dress. After being released from the incident, the first place I went to was that toy store. Everything was apparently sold out besides the things on the storefront displays. I was refused once they said they wouldn't sell the display products. When they realized I was Survivor A from that incident, they immediately consented. Of course, even if I bought it, I might never have the chance to give it to her again. Even knowing that, I waited for the opportunity to give it to her. No! She'll kill you the next time she sees her. I believe her. I waited like this for the opportunity, with it on the desk, so I could give it to her at any time. Plonk. There was a weird noise. Oh no, it was a noise I wasn't used to hearing. It was too big to be raindrops, and it was completely different from the sound lost bugs make when they ram into the fluorescent lights. Figured I must have misheard and nestled back into my futon. Oh man, it's right eye, plonk. The noise happened again. I wasn't hearing things. I definitely heard it. Where was it coming from? I got up and turned on the light. There was a second, there would be a third. From where though? I listened carefully. Plonk. The window. Some sort of pebbles were colliding with my window. I realized they weren't being blown there by the wind, but rather being thrown by a person. I gave a start. I looked at the clock. It was 2 a.m. Oh, hell no. If you go out there, I'm going to be so mad. Who could it be at a time like this? I quietly peek out from out front to the gap in the curtains. Unless this is Rena, but I mean, come on. No. Rena would not do this. In the light at the gate, despite it being so late, I saw someone. They picked up a piece of gravel and threw it at this window. It hit the window and made a plonking noise. Who was it? I caught my breath in surprise. My eyes weren't deceiving me. That person was Mion. Okay, I figured. Threw open the window and looked at the figure again. My eyes certainly weren't deceiving me. It was Mion. It was Mion. She was alive. Mion pressed her index finger to her lips and made a shh motion, so I wouldn't shout. She hadn't. Well, I was really about to cry out. Mion was in a very delicate position right now. Even if it was the middle of the night, I shouldn't call out her name. I waved her, gesturing that I'd be right over, flung on my coat atop my pajamas, and flew out the door. No! I quickly hit the brakes just before going down to the stairs. Although happiness was sprouting within me, I had this sad feeling that this would be our final parting. No! So I went back to my room again and grabbed the doll. There was a god. I don't think I would ever have thanked him as much as today. Even if it would be the last time we ever saw each other. I was so grateful for this one chance to give it to her. I slipped into my sandals, unlocked the door, unhooked the chain, and leaped out of the house.
ミオ
お久しぶり。
Been a while.
どう
How are you?
元気にしてた？
Been doing alright? It was like how he used to me every morning. Mion waved to me and responded like she always did. It was doubtlessly Mion. It was the real Mion.
お前
Are you
こんなところをうろついてて
alright
大丈夫なの
around
か
this place?
本当はいけないよ。
I really shouldn't be. Doesn't seem... She certainly wasn't acting like she knew the police were following her. It's almost like she was a patient who had gotten tired of staying in the hospital and had snuck out. That was ominous. I don't know why. Her speech was relaxed enough to make me think that. I couldn't help but be surprised. That relaxation, I thought, was more like Mion, and I was happy for it.
それより
Anyway,
どうしたんだよ
what's
こ
wrong?
んな時間に
You needed this hour.
最後にお話しした
I
かっ
wanted
た
to
から。
talk to you one last time. Oh my god. That was when I noticed them. On Mion's forehead were big droplets of sweat. Uh-oh. Her expression too, which I thought it to be a satisfied smile, was upon closer inspection, trembling slightly, and I realized that she was forcing it.
私ね、
Well, I can't
もう
stay for
こ
any
こにはい
longer.
られない。
Pain note was beginning to enter her words as well. No, we gotta go. No, we gotta go. As if just smiling was a feat for her.
大丈
Are
夫
you
か
alright?
どこか具合でも
You not feeling well?
今日まで
I tried so hard till now,
頑張ってきたけど、
but I could tell.
自分でもわか
Oh
るの。
no, go
もう
away.
ダメ。
I'm done.
もう限界。
This is my limit.
あ、私のお迎えは
About to come from behind me and take me away. Mion's smile crumbled and started to stiffen. Did she push herself this much? Come all this way for me? Jesus Christ. Her laughter cut off and changed into rough breathing. I reached out to rub her back, but she knocked me away.
大丈夫かよ
Are you okay?
もう無理するな
Don't force yourself.
なそうだ
Oh, that's
俺
right.
ミオンに
I had something to give you, Mion. This doll. I had wanted to do this one last thing, because I knew how little time you had left. But this last thing, No. What is this music? No. No way we die like this. My stomach is burning. Mion took a meat cleaver like knife. Oh my god, it stabbed me. And pushed it in tight and took it and twisted it. Ah! Mion. Hey, what? It hurts. I made it. I made it. Cowered on the ground. His stomach was so hot, it was almost spewing fire. Mion watched it, then took a few steps back and cackled. This is a new laugh. I've done it. I've done it all. That's everyone I wanted to kill. Did you kill Shion too? The last words Mion left me with that day came back to me.
今日を
Yeah!
境に
After today,
ミ
Mion
オ
will
ンが
never
戻
come
ってくる
back.
ことはもうない。
From today on, even if my body is here, body's all it will be. By then, the demon will have taken it over. The demon. The demon. The demon. Oh God! Me. Oh. Yeah, that's not Mion. This can't. I thought we had finally been able to meet again. This can't. Mion. The pool of blood of my own design is the doll I bought for Mion. Dyed in red. So red. Oh man. Mion. The good fortune of having been allowed to meet Mion once more. The misfortune of that meeting being torn apart before my eyes. Should I be grateful or curse it? My emotions were neither of these, as my consciousness sunk deep into a black swamp. The doll I bought for Mion, the blood, had ruined it. No matter how I scrubbed and scrubbed, it had needlessly been ruined. The sad moon was so white, it looked like frozen. Ignore the like. June 28th, 1980s. Oh, my dad. No. What a sad way to end it. No! A violent incident occurred in Himizawa Village, Shishibone City, Blank Prefecture. The victim was Keiichi Maebara, also a victim of the previous stirring of disappearances. No! Around 2 a.m. he was stabbed in the stomach with a bladed object by the suspect of the last case, Mion Sonozaki, and was gravely wounded. He was discovered when his parents woke up and was then transported to the clinic. He escaped death. Oh, thank God. My goat. The criminal fled the scene. Now, you gotta be in goat status for me, Keiichi, after this chapter. I'll put you in goat status with Satoshi. You're goat status after this for me. You should have been earlier, but yeah, nah, goat status. On the same day, at approximately the same time, a fall incident occurred in the Kamishiki apartment complex in Shishibone City, Blank Prefecture. The victim was Shion Sonozaki, also a victim of the previous string of disappearances. Late on the same night, neighbors overheard her having a big fight with someone and informed the manager. The manager used the master key to enter the room and discovered that the victim had fallen from her 8th floor balcony to her death. The room had been torn apart and appeared to show traces of a fight. One neighbor had frequently visited the Sonozaki house for a long time. He testified that he heard what sounded just like the two sisters having a fight, trading insults back and forth. We believe this was related to the injury case that occurred the same day in Himizawa Village, perpetrated by said incident's suspect, and did a thorough search of the room, but we could not find any traces that would imply that anyone but the victim was present. Victim fell straight down into the foliage of a parking strip. Her neck broke and she died immediately. Her clothing was disheveled and had markings that would imply a scuffle. We also believe, however, that it could have been an insanity-induced suicide attempt based on the particular mental state of the victim after the incident. We are conducting a thorough examination on both fronts, suicide and homicide. What? Is that it? No! Oh, it's not over. Okay.
本当に5分だけですからね。
Only for 5 minutes, understand?
刺激しないようにしてください。
Please, try not to excite him.
心得
Yes,
ています
yes,
よ
I'll be。careful. Oh, it's you. Ka-clack. The door opened, and as I expected, Oishi-san came in.
どうも前原さん。
Hello, hello, my bro-san.
ご無沙汰しておりますね。
Been a while, hasn't it?
その後、
Tell
お
me,
加減はいかがです
how
か
have you been since then?
医者が言うには術後の回復は順調だそうですがあんたの顔を見たら
The
また
doctor
傷
says
が
my
悪くなりそうです
post-operative recovery seems to be going smoothly, but I think I got worse when I saw your face.
こりゃ手厳しい。
You wounded me. As Oishi-san gave a laugh that smelled of sweat. Ugh! What the f... Ugh, he handed Mom a bag of assorted candies he must have purchased from the souvenir corner on the first floor of the hospital.
すみません、お母さん。
What do you say? What? Excuse me, Miss Mayabara.
ほんのしばらく、圭一君とお話しする時間をいただいて
Would
も
it be
よろ
possible
し
for
い
me to
です
talk
か
to Keiichi-kun for just a few moments? Mom clearly wasn't pleased at the thought of a police officer talking to her son without her there. However, I insisted.
母さん
Mom,
悪いけどほ
sorry.
んのちょっとだけ
Just a little while.
5分でいいから
Just 5 minutes, okay? So grudgingly, Mom left the room. When she closed the door, Oishi-san grinned widely and looked around the room. I'm surprised he agreed to that.
個室なんていい身分ですね。
Room to yourself? How high class? Oh, don't
う
you
ちの
don't
ばあ
care.
様なんかいっつも相部屋ですよ。
My old lady always gets a shared room, you know.
そりゃもう賑やかなこと
It
で
is quite lively, however.
ああいうところじゃ病気の重さが一つのステータスになるらしいんで
Seems
す
like
よ。
you're a higher rank if you have a worse disease in places like that.
より重病な患者ほど偉いというか威張っていると
The
いう
sicker you
か
are, the prouder you are, or maybe the more arrogant.
大石さん5分ですよ
Oishi-san, we only have 5 minutes.
できればこれが本当に最後の5分にしてほしい
I
も
would
の
like
で
it
す
if these were the last 5 minutes we ever saw of each other.
俺はもうひなみ沢とは関係ないしここもも
I
う
don't
ひなみ
have
沢じゃない
any connection to Hinamizawa anymore, and this isn't Hinamizawa anymore either. Oh, we already moved.
沖宮には総合病院はありませんからね。
Yes, because there aren't any general hospitals in Okinomiya.
椅子よろしいですかな。
Mind if I take a seat?
ゆっくらしゅっ
Down
と。
we go. This is a large university hospital in Shishibone City. Whoops. It was splendidly urban, entirely different from the likes of Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. It was hard to believe Hinamizawa was part of the same city.
転院はいつ頃になりそうです
When
か
does it look like you'll get transferred? Okay, so you haven't.
さあ
Don't know.
俺的にはいつでも
Ready to
OK
go
なんですけ
whenever
ど
though.
ね
Wow, he's done with Hinamizawa. Our moving plans were delayed a little because of my serious injury. My parents had already left the house in Hinamizawa though, and we're living in our new one. They planned to have me transfer hospitals be closer to the new house once I'd recover enough to be taken there.
転院先にまで来ないでくださいよ
Please, don't come to where I'm transferring.
本当に具合が悪くなりますから
I
ね
really will get worse then.
いやすっかり嫌われちゃいました。
You really do hate me.
仕事柄とはいえ心苦しい
May
で
just
す
be
よ。
my job, but that stings.
なので今日はこれまでの罪滅ぼしに
Why I
素
brought you
敵な
all
お土
kinds
産をいろいろお
of
持
lovely
ちしました
souvenirs
の
and
で
atonement.
別にクッキーの詰め合わせなんか持ってこなくても
You didn't need to bring an assortment of cookies for that.
それが
Oh,
ね
you see? I hate his tone of voice.
実は中身はクッキーじゃないんですよ。ほら
Look. Oishi-san pulls open the can of cookies and what? Ow, ow, I'm stretching my scar.
前原さんの好みがわからなかったので
I didn't know
いろいろと
what
持
you
っ
were
てきま
into,
したよ。
Maibara-san. So I brought all sorts of things.
ほら
See,
より
all
どり
sorts of
緑
cookies
の腹は黄緑って
Westerns
な
to
もん
comic
です。
strips.
さあさあ好きなだけ持っていっちゃってください。
They have this of aimed at girls too.
こんな本なんか持ってこないでください
That in here.
持って帰って持って帰って
Take them away and go home.
いってててててて
Ah,
ふんふんふ
can't
ん
believe he brought that in here, bro. You are a weirdo.
健全な若者がこんなところにずーっと閉じ込められてたら
How
さ
are they
ぞ
gonna
や
do that
出入り用
here?
だと思
Oh
った
my
んですけど
god, you
ね。
nasty. I thought for sure a healthy young person like you would be feeling a little needy, being cooped up in a place like this for so long.
こんなところにいると
You stay
看
here
護師
too
フェチ
long.
にしかなりま
The
せ
only
ん
fetish you'll
よ。
end up with is a nurse one, you know.
世の中
Oh,
に
shut
は
up!
看護師さん以外にも素晴らしいものがいっぱい
There
あ
are
るんです
plenty
から
of
ね。
things, plenty of other beautiful things in this world besides nurses, after all.
今か
Wow.
ら専門を決めないで幅広く
Don't decide what to major in now. Keep your options open.
オールラウンドに行かなくっちゃ。
Oh, whoops. You need to be a more all-around type of person.
うん
Shut up. I gave Oshi-san's vulgar laughter a pained grin. Somehow or another, I understood. The fact that Oshi-san was bringing it up like this meant that he must have had something important to talk about. Yeah, that's what I figured.
シオンさんの件は本当にお気
The
の毒で
incident
し
with
た。
Shion-san was really was unfortunate. The night I was stabbed by Mion, Shion fell from her balcony and died. They said the police were investigating all possibilities, accident, suicide, and homicide, but it could have only been Mion's doing. Mion found out where Shion was hiding and pushed her down to her death. Nothing else was conceivable.
事故のわけない。
Couldn't have been an accident.
ミオンです。
It was Mion.
絶対に。
It had to be.
鑑識の連中は自殺だとしか思えないなんて言ってるんですが、
The criminology guys
私も
is saying it had to
前
be a
原さんと同
suicide.
じ意見です。
But I'm of the same opinion as you, Maibara-san.
シオンさんを突き落とし、
She pushed
さらにあ
Shion-san
な
and
たを
also
刺した。
stabbed you
一晩のうちにね。
in one night.
ミオンはまだ見つからないんですか？
Still not been found?
そう
Oh,
そう。
that's right.
それを今日はお
That's what
伝
I
えした
came
く
here
て
to
来た
tell
ん
you
ですよ。
today. Oh, was she found?
はい。
Yes.
実は
We actually did find her.
見つかっ
Whoa.
たんです。
What?
て。
Learning that felt rather strange to me. I was partially relieved that the incident was truly over. I was partly sorry that my best friend had finally been caught. I felt many other things too. My heart was a maze of emotions.
それだけじゃない。
That's not all.
園崎家の例の
The
地下、
Sonozaki House catacombs
隠し井戸も見つかっ
found a
たんで
hidden
すよ。
well. Ah, you found the well.
前原さんがおっしゃら
As
れ
you
てた
said,
通り、
Maibara-san.
失踪
We
者
found
全
the
員の遺
remains
体
of
を
all those who
その
remained
底で
who
発
disappeared
見
at
し
the
ました。
bottom.
そうですか。
See, that sliver of hope, that possibility I believed in, that Rikishin and Sadako were alive, just from the fact that their remains hadn't been found. Gone.
あの地下に
It
実
was
に巧
incredibly
妙
well
に隠さ
hidden
れ
in
てま
those
したね。
catacombs.
いやいや、
I mean, it was in the
まさ
blind
に
spot
死
of
角中
another
の
blind
死角で
spot.
した。井戸状に掘られた垂直トンネルでして、
It was a vertical tunnel, dug out like a well.
はしごが設けてあって、下へずーっと行ったところに、今度は横へ
It was a
抜ける
vertical
トンネルが
tunnel
作られていま
dug
し
out
た。
like a well. There was a ladder set up there, and when we went all the way down, there was another tunnel built there going through it.
そこを数百メートルも張って進
We
むと、
followed it a few hundred
なん
meters.
と山中の古井戸
We
に抜け
found
られました
ourselves
ね
at。the mouth of an old unused well in the mountains.
過去の園崎家の当主が作らせ
Wonder
た
if it was a secret
秘密
escape
の逃
route
げ
a
道だったん
previous
でしょうね。
Sonozaki family leader built.
でしょう
Probably
な。
was.
明治以降に作ったものでしょう
Maybe
が、
it was made in the Meiji era.
いやいや、
Still,
よくもあんなものを作ったもんです。
I'm impressed they built something like that.
みんなの遺体は
So everyone's
その
remains
底に。
were at the bottom. Yeah, I'm
Hi.
Yeah.
逃げ道の通路よりもさらに下に、コールタール状の
Even
泥水
deeper
が溜まっ
down
て
the
まして、
escape path, there was a pool of coal tar.
そこに無造作に投げ込まれていました。
They'd been casually thrown into there.
相当の高さから落としたわけですから、遺体はどっぷりと埋まってしまってましてね。
Wow, now that's depressing. I'm looking at my corpse party video and it has no views after 2 hours. Oh man. I thought my finale would do better. Yeah, no views after 2 hours. That's kind of disappointing. Okay. They had fallen from a fairly high spot, so their remains were totally buried in it. Please check out that video. Or check out my corpse party series if you haven't.
遺体の引
Just
き上げ
finished
に
it.
は
It was great.
だいぶ苦労させら
It
れ
took a
まし
lot of
た。
time and effort to pull up their bodies.
全員見つかりましたか？
Did you find them all? I hope that they at least wouldn't find Rika-chan or Sadako. That's what I wished for when I asked, but my shallow hope was crushed in the blink of an eye.
はい。
Yes.
全員。
Yes, all of them.
それどころか死後10年以上経過したと思われる人骨も見つかりました。最低でも3人分はあると思われます。
Oh, whoops. We think there are at least 3 people.
ひなみ沢の歴史の暗部というわけでしょうな。
Suppose it's the dark side of Hinamizawa's history.
泥を全部吸い出したら一体何人分の骨が出てくるやら。
I wonder how many people's bones we'll find when we've sucked out all the mud.
怖い話です。
That weight had been pushing down on Mion's shoulders the whole time. Mion.
今、獅子骨市内の過去数十年の失踪者を洗い直
Currently
しているところ
identified
です。
people who disappeared from Shishibone City decades ago.
諦められてた失踪事件もこれを機に全部解決するんじゃないかなんて言われても
After a deep silence, he breathed a heavy sigh. Oshi-san went for his cigarettes to pass the time, but realized this was a non-smoking area, so he gave up and put them back in his shirt pocket.
そうそう。
Alright,
これは寄り道なんですが
this is a bit of a detour.
古出里香さん
But you
ご
know
存知で
Rika
すよね。
Furude-san, right?
もちろん
Of course.
仲間ですから。
She's my friend.
彼女例えば糖尿病でインスリンの注射を常用していたとか
Did she ever tell you anything along those lines?
そんな話は
You're regularly
ありました？
taking insulin injections for diabetes? Rika-chan has diabetes. I didn't know what he was talking about. What?
実は彼女のスカートのポッケからで
Actually,
す
we
ね
found it in her skirt pocket.
注射器が
A
見つかりまして
syringe.
破損していたので薬物は特定できなかったの
We
です
couldn't
が
identify the medicine. What? She had the syringe? What? Why?
少々不似合いだったので興味を
It's
持
a
ち
bit out
ま
of
し
place,
て
so I got interested. Yeah,
本
don't
当にご存
connect
知あり
to
ません
Tomatake. You really don't know anything? I didn't know anything about Rika-chan carrying syringes around with her.
園崎家は本業の方ああ薬剤屋さんのことです
Sonozaki family corporates. The Yakuza people.
で
Anyway,
覚醒剤を扱ってるとの
there's
噂があ
rumors
り
that
ま
they
して
deal
ね
in psychostimulants.
その可能性もあるかなんて思ってたのですが
Psychostimulants. Hold on. Time out. Let me get on my phone. What is psychostimulants? Let me look that up. Psychostimulants. Okay, not only for its arousal and motor activity enhancing effects, but also for its high risk of abuse. In susceptible individuals, chronic use can cause addiction, leading to devastating. Whoa. Whoa. Huh? Okay.
リカちゃんが
Are you trying to tell me
覚醒剤の
that
常用者だ
Rika-chan
って
is
言う
a
のか？
drug addict? Okay, yeah.
いえいえ
No, not
そう
at
は
all.
申してませんよ
That isn't what I'm saying.
ただ
Just
お
seems
醤
strange
油を
how
もら
we
い
look
に行
at
くつい
it.
でに注射器を持っていくっていうの
That
は
she would bring a
ど
syringe
う
with
考
her
え
on
て
her
も
way to
変
get
で
the
すか
soy
ら
sauce.
ね
Maybe she just hit it on Rika, so I mean, no, that wouldn't make sense though. Why would she do that? I have no idea what any of this means. My eyes are spinning. I feel sick.
大丈夫ですか
You alright?
看護師さんを呼びましょう
Should I
か
call a nurse?
大丈夫ですか
I'm
ら
fine.
話の続きを。
Please continue.
まあ注射器の話はそれだけ
Well,
で
that's all I had
す
to say about the syringe.
それだけが個人的に気になったもので
It was the only thing that personally struck me as interesting. Rika-chan.
リカさん村のマスコットみたいなところがありましたから
Rika-chan
ね
was sort of like the village mascot after all.
今村は騒然としてるみたいですよ
Looks like the village is in an uproar right now.
盲信してた年寄り方と殺してしまった園
Between
崎
the
家と
older blind believers and the Sonozaki family who killed her,
実行支配していた御三家もほぼ全滅状態
the three families' effective control over the village is basically in shambles too.
こんなタイミングでまたダムの話が出てきたりしたら今度こそ間違いなく敗損でしょうな
Wow. Okay. Someone came up to them with talk of a dam again. With this sort of timing, the entire village will be abandoned for sure this time.
もう俺
I'm not
ひなみざわと
related
関
to
係ありませんか
Himizawa
ら。
anymore. He really wants to distance himself from that. I actually was. I just said it because the thought about Himizawa being abandoned was unpleasant. And I wanted to end the conversation quickly. There was a knock at the door. It opened slightly. My mom asked if we were still talking.
ありゃ、
Whoops.
無駄話が過ぎ
We
ま
went
し
off
た
topic,
か。
topic, didn't we?
参ったな。
What a pickle. I looked at the clock. 5 minutes were long past. He told my mother that there was something he really wanted to ask, and if she could wait a little bit longer.
そう
That's so.
手短にね
Keep it short, okay? It wasn't Annie getting around the fact that she was thinking about what a police officer could be talking to her son about.
日を改めた方が良さそうです
Maybe
ね
we。should choose another day for this.
大石さん
Oishi-san.
ミオンは今
Mion,
どうし
how
てる
is
んで
she
す？
right now? I wanted to just hear that answer and then get rid of him. Before I tell you
それ
that,
を話す前に、
I just need one more thing from
前
you.
原さん、本当に正直に答えてもらい
I
たい
just
こと
need
が
you
あ
to
りま
answer
す。
something in all honesty.
何ですか？
What is it?
本当に真面目に答えて
I
くだ
want
さ
you
い
to
よ。
take your answer seriously, got it?
これ、いい加減なこと言っちゃうと、場合によっては、捜査か乱と見られて、
If you say something
告
indiscreet,
発される場合もあ
it
り
could
ま
be
すから
used
ね。
as an obstruction of the investigation, and you could be prosecuted. Oishi-san kept threatening me until the end. What the hell did he want?
前原さん、
Ibra-san,
シオンさんを突き落とした犯人は、
who do you think
誰
the
だと思います？
criminal was who pushed Shion from the balcony? There's no
ミオ
way
ンし
of
か
doing what Mion
考
is
えられない
there.
じゃないですか。
That's what I'm saying, but you're hinting at someone else.
では、あな
Then
た
who
を
is
刺
the
した
one
の
who stabbed you?
誰です？
What time did they say Mion was stabbed? Not Mion. Shion. No. Fucking. When did they say that Shion was? I actually. Hold on. Let me look. Can I see? Or was it too far back now? Aw, damn. Okay, I don't know.
何度も言わせないでください。
Don't make me say it again.
ミオンですよ。
It was Mion.
園崎ミオン。
Mion Sonozaki. Oishi-san smiled bitterly, then dabbed at his forehead with a handkerchief to wipe his sweat. He should have expected that answer, and yet it looked as though he wasn't satisfied with it.
シオンを突き落として
She pushed Shion
俺を
and
刺し
stabbed
て
me.
ミオンの犯行だって
Didn't you just
さっ
admit
き
to
大石
yourself
さん
that
も
Mion
認めた
was
じゃ
the
ないですか。
criminal?
シオン殺しの犯人がミオンだという根拠は、
The
隣
evidence
人の
we
男
have
の
that
証言
Mion
による
killed
ものなんで
Shion
す。
is based on testimony from the man living next door.
この隣人っていうのは、
They
実
were
は
actually
暴
an
力団組、
organized
つま
crime
り
group.
シオンさんのボディーガードだったんですよ。
He was Shion-san's bodyguard.
このうちのリーダー格が古参で、園崎姉妹が幼いうちから親身になってた男なんだそうで。
Seems he's a veteran leader in that vein, and was like a parent to the Sonozaki sisters growing up. That man said this. The noise he heard from the next door was just like the sound of a fight between the sisters that he was used to hearing when they still lived together. And no, there was no doubt about it. He said he'd heard Mion and Shion insulting each other, and heard them struggling. First, though, he thought it was a hallucination she was having, brought on by her dementia. Dementia? You see, he thought that because that sort of ruckus had been occurring every night, over that night had been longer than the rest, and he claimed that he went to her room to give her a sedative. The noise died down when he got to the manager to give him the key. He'd already decided that he'd at least check up on her, and after she wasn't answering his calls, they took the plunge and then locked the door. Then they saw the room was a mess. Since she hadn't been pushed over the balcony, they decided it had to have been Mion. And that's how it happened.
つまり、壁越しに聞いたというだけなんです。
Only heard from the other side of the wall.
しかもこのマンション、
Plus,
組の関係で住人
because
が
the
ほとんどいないん
apartment
です。
complex is connected to their organization, it doesn't have many residents.
ですから、この騒ぎを聞いてたのも
They were
彼
the
ら
only
だけ。
ones who heard it happening.
重ねて言えば、
To reiterate,
園崎ミオン
there
を
was
目
only
撃した
one
者は
person who
誰
witnessed
一人い
Mion
ないんです。
Sonozaki.
見なくったって
If he didn't see her, that
そんなの
isn't it obviously
ミ
Mion
オンの犯
doing?
行だってわかるじゃないですか。
まあまあ。
Now settle down.
だから、つまりです
This is
ね、
what I'm saying.
あなただけが、
Means you're the
あ
only
の
one
晩
who saw Mion
確かに
Sonozaki
園
for
崎
sure
ミオ
last
ンを
night.
目撃、もう一人の目撃
After
者の
all,
シオンさんは生きておられません
Shion-san,
か
the
ら
other
ね。
witness, is no longer alive.
大石さんが何を言いたいのか
Trying to say,
よくわからないんですけ
I don't
ど
really understand. At that point, Oishi-san paused. Uh-oh, big reveal. The fact that this was a no-smoking area completely slipped his mind, and he took out his pack of cigarettes again. Kerchak. He lit one with his lighter and exhaled a long stream of tobacco smoke. Ow, you bastard. Were you really stabbed by Mio and Sonozaki?
あなた、
Yes!
本当に
はい、
Yes.
間違いなく。
There's no doubt about it. The smoke Oshi-san breathed out floated away, like a thundercloud swept away by the wind.
大石さん、ここ
Oshi-san,
禁煙です。
can't smoke in here.
看護師さんに怒られます
The
よ。
nurses will get mad.
実は
Actually,
園崎美音も井戸の
found
底
Mio
か
and
ら見つ
Sonozaki
か
at
っ
the
たんで
bottom
すよ。
of the well. What? What?
転落死です。
She fell to her death.
あの井戸の隠し通路
That
から
as she was trying to
逃
escape
げ出
that
そうとして
hidden
は
passage
し
in the
ごを降り
well,
る途中に足
her
を踏
foot
み外
slipped
し、
while climbing down the ladder.
そこまで転落
She
し、
fell to the bottom,
首の骨を折
broke
っ
her
て死
neck
亡
and
したとみられ
died.
ます。
What?
はい。
Yes.
シオンさんと同じ
Same
ね、
way as Shion-san.
首の骨を折
She
って。
broke her neck.
えっと。
Well, what?
あの日、前
After
原
you
さん
passed
を
out
気
that
絶させ
day,
た後、
Mio and Sonozaki tried to
園
escape
崎美
using
音
the
は
hidden
隠し井戸
well,
から足を踏み外
but her
して
foot
死ん
slipped
だ
and
の
she
です。
died.
まるで
As if beckoned by the corpses
そ
of
こに
the
突き
other
落とした
sacrifices,
他の犠牲者の
she
死体
dropped
に
down
呼び
there.
それじゃあ、おかしいじゃないですか。
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
検視の結果、
The autopsy came to the
間
conclusion that
違い
she
なく
definitely died on that
あの
day.
日に死亡したものとかけ、
ああ
あなたとシオンさんを襲っ
She
て
didn't
か
go
らあ
back
そこに
there
戻った
after
んじゃない。
attacking you and Shion-san.
あの日に
She was already dead
すで
by
に死んでいたんです。
then. Who was that? My jaw was on the floor. Yeah, mine is too. There's absolutely no way that could be. Mion was the one that stabbed me. It had to have been her. There wouldn't have been anyone else to do it. No. There was one person.
じゃあ、
But then, who attacked
誰が
Shion and me?
俺とシオンを襲ったんですか？誰が？
Who was it?
あなたを襲
The
っ
one who
た
attacked you? Who was
園
someone
崎
who
美
was
音なの
Mion
に園崎
Sonozaki,
美音じゃな
and
い
yet not Mion Sonozaki.
何者かですよ。
My mind had become a complete mess, and I was starting to lose my ability to think straight.
高野美音さんの死覚え
You
て
remember
ま
how
す
Mio
か？
Takano-san died?
え？
Huh?
高野さん？
Takano-san?
はい、
Yes.
確か
I think I heard that
遠
she
くの
was
山の中で
burned to death in
焼
some
け死んだっ
distant
て
mountain.
聞いたような。
あれは考察された後に焼かれたことが分かってます。検視したのは県警さんなんですけ
Gifu
どね。
Station did the autopsy.
これがちょっとおかし
A
い
little
ん
bit
ですよ。
strange.
初期の検視結果では
Both of the
死後
preliminary
24
autopsies
時間
that
経
she
過
had
って
been
出
dead
ちゃ
for
った
at
ん
least
です。
24 hours. That can't be right, though. That would mean it would take place before Watanagashi, but we saw her that day.
辻褄が合わないって
That
こ
was
とで
contradictory
大
in
慌て
their
で
panic.
当日死亡って改ざんしたらしいんで
They
す
seem to
が
have revised it to say she died earlier that day, but we both saw her. Despite me being an absolute wreck over what was going on with Mion, he was telling me there's even more on top of that? I didn't understand the complex things that Wishi-san was telling me.
この死後24時間って検視結果
The result
うちの
saying
鑑識
she
の
has
じじい
been
が言う
dead
に
for
はです
24
ね
hours. As our own old criminologist says,
かなり信頼できるものだし、つまりどういう
what
こ
would
と
that
か
mean?
これは何度も聞いた質問になりますが、あなた渡流しの晩高野美代さんに
You
会っ
were
てま
with
すよ
me
ね。
and Takano-san, weren't you? Yeah, you
会って
saw
ます
me together with her.
その前日
Must have been on the day
お
before.
祭り
Must
の
have been
準
over
備
the
の日に
festival,
も
right?
私もその時お会いし
I
てま
mean,
すし
I ran into her too.
ええ、
Yes.
合ってますよ。
I was with her then. Look, she has
死後
another twin.
24時間ってこと
She's been dead for
は
24 hours.
お祭りの前日の晩には
That would mean she was
もう死
already
んでる
dead
っ
the
てこ
day
とにな
before
る
the
んです
festival.
よ
We were helped setting it up.
そんなは
It
ず。
can't be.
お祭りの準備の
She's
時には
alive
生
during
き
the
てい
festival
た。
preparations.
でも
However,
あなたたちと一緒に西宮殿に忍
when
び
you all
込んだ
slipped into
時
this ritual storehouse, Takano-san was
Takano-san は
already dead.
もうお亡
The
くなり
origin
に
of
な
all
ってい
that
たんで
happened.
す。
The beginning of everything. Our intrusion in the ritual storehouse, which I'd come to regret countless times. The one who tempted me, Takano-san. When she invited us into the storehouse, she was already no longer of this world.
今回の事件死人が歩き回りすぎなん
There are
です
too
よ。
many dead people walking around in this incident. An incident caused by a dead person, ended by a dead person.
園崎美音の死亡時間を事件当日ではなく あなたを刺した直後に改ざんせよとの
Also,
圧力も
apparently
来てる
they're
みたいで
under
す。
pressure to revise the time of Mion Sonozaki's death, not to the day of the incident, but to right after she stabbed you.
この事件をとっとと終わらせようとする外圧でしょう
Probably
ね。
pressure from the outside to get this incident wrapped up already.
ですので、
So I'd appreciate if you didn't say a word
今の
about this
話
to
はど
anyone.
うか
Who did I even
頼
say
む
this
ように
to?
願いますよ。
Oishi-san grabbed his jacket that was hanging on the chair, put out his cigarette with the bottom of his foot, started pretending to wave away the smoke floating around.
長居しました。
Stay too long.
あなたにとっての事件をせめて終わらせてあげようと思ってき
I'd
たつも
come
りだ
here
ったんで
thinking
す
I
が
could at
ね。
least end this incident as it applied to you, but
帰って
looks like I got
煙
even
に
more
巻いちゃった
baffling
ようで。
instead. Absent-mindedly, he walked towards the door, looking at me, unable to speak out of the corner of his eye.
もしも
If it so
今後お
happens
話したいことができたら
something
いつでもお
comes
電話
up
く
you
だ
want
さ
to
い。
talk about in the future, call me anytime.
さっきのお土産の中
My
に
business
私の
card
名
is
刺
in
が
the
入ってますん
souvenirs
で、
from before.
その時はま
When
た
that time comes,
素
pay
敵
you
な
a
お
visit
土
with
産
some
を持っ
wonderful
てお祝
souvenirs
いに来ま
again. Shut up.
うん。
Oshi-san seemed to think I was still hiding something. Really? That I, after all this, would be hiding something? I'm the one things are being hidden from. I'm the one who wants to know.
では
Then let us meet
ま
again
た
one
いつか
day.
お大事に。
Take care of yourself. Oh, well, slam. I listened to the tap, tap, tap of Oishi-san walking down the hallway. I still couldn't return from my state of bewilderment. Oh, dang. He wanted to end this incident as it applied to me. What was over? Nothing was over. The incident was still continuing. Huh? What is happening? Then slip. An arm covered in fresh blood came out from underneath the bed. I wasn't that surprised. This was an illusion I was seeing, seized with fear.
ケイちゃんだから言ったでしょ
Kei-chan, I told you, remember? I heard a guttural voice coming from under the bed. I still recognize it as Mion's voice.
なんだミオン
What, Mion?
何を言ったって
What did you tell me?
私
I warned
あ
you
の
on
日に
that
警
day.
告したよ今日以降
After today, if you see
私の
me,
姿を
will
見
be
た
the
として
demon
も
that has possessed
そ
my
れは
body.
私のしか
You did.
そうだな
You said
言っ
that,
て
didn't
たよ
you?
なごめん
Sorry.
ちょっと注意が足らなかった
Guess I
な
wasn't careful enough.
だから刺されちゃったんだ
That's why
な
I got stabbed. Possibly wounds sustained when she fell from the ladder. Many of her fingernails were broken and torn. Ah, God! You can see it on her hand. You can see it like her pointer finger. Her arm slowly felt about on the top of the bed, searching for mine.
あの
Oh,
さ
hey,
ミオン
Mio.
俺今
I just well
こんな冗談を
Kind of
考
a
え
good
たんだ
joke.
聞いてくれるか
want to hear it. The Mion under the bed didn't answer.
例え
Let's
ばさ
say that I died
俺
here
が今
today,
日だけども
but tomorrow I'd
明
still
日
be
以降
here living
も
a
ここ
normal
にいて
life.
で
So
後でそれが大石のやつに分かって
when Oishi-san learned
ま
about it
たしても
afterwards,
死亡日時が合わ
time
な
of
い
death wouldn't make sense once again.
死んだはずの人間が
Like
生
if
活
you'd
し
say
ていた
about
って
how
言って
someone who should have died
泡
and
を
was
食って大
alive,
騒ぎするんだよ
and he'd totally lose his head.
高野さんにミオン
Kano-san, then Mion,
そ
and
して
then me
俺で
third.
3人な
So
面白いだろ
funny, right? Oh, you lost your mind.
笑えるだろ
Makes you laugh, doesn't it? Yeah, that is the laugh of a man who's lost his
ケ
mind.
イちゃん
笑えよ
Laugh.
それとも
Or was it
あ
not
あんま
that
り
funny?
面白くなかったか
Mion's bloodstained hand groped around and found my wrist. Though her fingernails were torn, she gripped it hard, as if scratching me.
で
Go easy.
加
No,
減
it
しろよ
hurts.
ケイちゃん
I've come
迎
for
えに
you.
来たよ
Tried to shake my wrist loose, but the strength she held it with was unbelievable, and I couldn't. She was only gripping one wrist, and yet my whole body wouldn't move. I couldn't even twitch. My fingers were spread apart, and I couldn't make a fist either. And that fact that I couldn't make a fist reminded me of the restraining table. Ugh. I felt a crooked nail press against my left pinky fingertip. Oh, what the fuck. Mion's forehead was split open, and with the face covered with blood, she smiled and got right up, just behind me.
何も終わってない。
Nothing was over. Nothing was
何も
over.
この事件は
It was far from being
何も終
over.
わってまだ続いて
It's
る。
still going on.
まだまだ続い
It's
て
still
る。
happening.
誰か
Someone.
この事件を終わらせてください。この残酷で無残で気の毒で悲しい
Unfortunate, sad incident.
この事件を、それだけが
That is my only wish.
俺の望みです。
あの時
Granted you won
一つ
before,
かな
remember?
今度は
You don't
ダ
get any
メ
more. Mion firmly held the nail down on my fingertip. And with her other hand, she slowly swung a mallet up into the air and... No! Wait, that's the end! No! What? That's where it ends? Oh my god! Oh, the all-cast review. Yay. Well, that's the end. Okay. Okay, after 2.5 hours, we're finally done. So, I'm gonna give it my wrapping it up, and then I'm gonna tell you my schedule. So, okay, tomorrow, hopefully anyway. This is up extremely late for today. I'm double uploading, but anyway, that's not important. What is important is my schedule. I'm gonna talk about my schedule first. So tomorrow, we're gonna get cast review. Next day, I'm gonna be trying to finish up Corpse Party, like just get up all the extra stuff and then all the bad endings, stuff like that. I'll pre-record all of that. Then we're gonna start Tataragoshi the day after that, obviously, right? No. We get the day off, right? Yeah, whatever. Not the point there. Then yeah, we'll do that. Then after that, we're gonna start Book of Shadows. I think that's what's next. I'll look it up to be sure, but yeah, I think it's Book of Shadows for Corpse Party. What else? Am I missing something? After that, yeah, okay. So yeah, that's gonna be my schedule from now on. The schedule's gonna be a little changed now that I'm finishing up, and we're gonna have different upload days. But anyway, here are my thoughts on this chapter. I guess like I'll go a little bit into it since yeah. Wow, the fact that yeah, I don't know. How does that? Okay, so Keiichi actually lived at the end. Surprisingly, I'm surprised. I thought for sure he'd die. I don't think he's. I don't think he died there. He's just gone. Yeah, mental. But you know what? Like that's better than being dead. What was I gonna say though? Shoot, I'm forgetting. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So with Mion being in the well beforehand, that's interesting. Because I don't know who that could be. I mean, I would say Shion, but like, why? Why would she do all that and then jump up? I mean, it makes sense though. Like, she could have been that delusional. They both were obviously very hysterical. Like, not hysterical, but they've just both lost their mind. So it's like, I can see it, but like, the question is why? She said that implying that like, oh yeah, when I, like, no, that had to, but like, she talks like Mion. It doesn't make sense. I'm confused. That's like the one thing I'm confused about. There really isn't much else to this. Oh yeah, Takano-san as well. That was probably the biggest thing we learned in this chapter. Outside of, yeah, that. It was like, how could she have been dead? Could they have like, no, but how could she fake her own autopsy though? That's what I don't get. It's like, and no, they found her dental records though, right? That's how they identified her. That doesn't make sense either. How is that possible? Yeah, it's wrong. But if it's, you're saying they're good and they're accurate, that doesn't make sense unless they're, because they'd be like, no, like, I just don't get it. I don't get how she could be dead already, but then walking around, like, you can't get a look-alike, that's too convenient, it's just like, it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, okay, my thoughts on Watanagashi as a whole, though, definitely amazing, like, probably like S tier in terms of the story. I loved this chapter. Now the question is, we're gonna do this after every chapter ends. I'm gonna do a quick ranking on them. Since right now we only have 2, it's gonna be a quick ranking, you know. But over time we're gonna have more, and I'm gonna talk about it more at the end. But okay, my thoughts on the end. Not the end. On the whole chapters as a whole. If I had to rank them so far, it would go with Watanagashi, then Oni Kikuchi for me. I liked chapter 2 a lot, okay? Like, I love chapter 1, but chapter 2, like, I loved it to death here. It was just so good from beginning to end. The chapter 1 was a startup, and I liked the startup, but with this, like, I just came into it knowing more, and because I knew more, I enjoyed it way more than just the beginning, because I didn't know the characters yet. And that's why the only reason, that's only, like, really one of the only reasons why. If we had Onikakushi after this, and we had, like, some of the same plot points from Onikakushi here, and then we had Onikakushi later, like, I'd probably end up liking it, like, more. It's just that the only reason why I like this more than Onikakushi is really just, like, really Shion, who was an outstanding character for me when she was here. Rena, who was amazing here, and then just, yeah, the fact that it's just later and I know more about the story at this point. With all that being said, I thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.